morning, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of the Preset 6 challenge. So I am making, today is a soup day, so I am making a Mexican zucchini cheesy soup. So this actually does not have a ton of ingredients, and it looks like it would be wonderful. I've not made this before. The one thing is that if you wanted to, you probably, it calls for Velveeta cheese. Well, it calls for processed block cheese, so Velveeta cheese. You probably should just make your own cheese sauce and then add it. And I'm being supremely lazy and just using a package of Daiya cheese in there. So this is way, way, way less than what it calls for, which is totally fine. It calls for 12 ounces of processed cheese, and this is probably like, okay, there's maybe half a cup worth of cheese sauce in there, so not very much. But so basically there's this is real basic recipe. I am ad-libbing just a tiny little bit because I wanted to add some more vegetables, so I'm putting some kale in there that wasn't in there, and I wanted to give it some more fiber, so I'm adding a can of black beans, and that was also not in the recipe. So basically what you do is you take an onion and you saute it with some garlic and season it with oregano. So there is my onion. I'm going to saute that in the pan with some garlic and oregano. And then after that, you pretty much just dump everything in. After that, you're supposed to put in you're supposed to have chicken broth. I'm using the Better Than Bouillon No Chicken. Actually, this is the veggie one because it's 50% less sodium. I figure with the Daiya cheese in there, I don't need any more sodium. So I'm going to use that for my broth rather than obviously a chicken broth. And you're supposed to use Mexican style stewed tomatoes, which I don't have, I don't buy, and that's totally fine. I'm just going to use a can of regular tomatoes. I'm actually not going to drain that. I'm going to put it directly in there. You're supposed to chop up a whole bunch of zucchini. I only have one that is decent and was okay to use, but that's okay. You're also supposed to use a can of corn. We haven't been able to find our organic corn that has no salt added recently, so just regular corn. But anyway, it's got no salt added and it's in juice, so I'm going to use the juice off of that in the soup as well. And 1 can of diced green chili peppers. So I am going to, seeing as I don't have a whole lot of spice to put in here, I'm actually going to put the whole thing in there and hope for the best. This is the only amount of chili powder that I have. It doesn't call for chili powder, but it calls for the Mexican style stewed tomatoes, which I don't have, so I'm going to put a little bit of chili powder in there. And then obviously your processed cheese, that goes in all the way at the end when everything is cooked. You just stir it in essentially to melt it. So that will be very easy. And obviously, as with anything Mexican, you're supposed to add cilantro at the end before you serve it, and that's just not going to happen. So that is going to be my soup. I can't taste test it for you because I'm in the intermittent fasting part of the day still. The other thing that I'm going to be having today is either an oats and nuts day or an oat or yogurt and nut day with fruit. So I'm going to make another Korean melon. I only have one left, but I'm going to make another one of those. And instead of doing oatmeal with nuts, I'm going to take a thing of yogurt. So I bought a bunch of different brands of yogurt, and I will take a picture and put it up here for you of the yogurt that I bought for this one. And I tried to find ones that were not super, super high in fat. So the ones that are almond and coconut are just horribly high in fat, which I know it's a healthy fat and that's fine, but I probably don't need that extra amount of fat when I'm getting it in other things that I'm eating, especially if I'm putting Daiya cheese in something. I really don't need the extra fat from like a coconut yogurt. So I think I'm not sure which one it is that I'm trying today. I put them in my refrigerator in order of expiration date, so the first to expire is right in the beginning. So I'm not sure which one that is that I'm going to try today. So I will put up that picture, and then later in the morning when I talk to you guys, I will let you know both what the cheesy soup tastes like and what that particular yogurt tastes like. So if it's something that's really, really awesome, you guys haven't tried it, you guys can find it and give it a try. So I told you I was putting kale in the soup, which is not part of the recipe, and black beans in the soup, which is not part of the recipe, but I think this is going to be fabulous. So I will talk to you guys again in the morning and let you know how things turned out. Alrighty, everybody, so I am home, and let's talk about yogurt. So it was really gross. Like, it was nasty. Of course, this is coming from the person who does not really like yogurt very much. But it was really gross. Like, it was not good at all. I would totally not recommend that kind at all. Unless you're feeling adventurous. If you're feeling adventurous, go for it. But, no. I will not be purchasing that particular flavor of that one again, for sure. Anyways, so I didn't make it on my challenge yesterday. It's only day 3 and I feel badly for that, but I was making my soup last night and it smelled super good and I was super, super, super hungry. So I ended up eating some. I had a small bowl of soup before I went to work, so I only had like I think it was the 13-hour fasting window rather than 16. So Oops. But it was very good. That soup was awesome. You guys totally should make that. That was delicious. Not really super healthy, but it was really tasty. All right. So today we're doing leg weight things. Take a look at this. I don't know if you guys remember, I had massive issues with lunges a couple of rotations ago, a couple of challenges ago when I was doing these, and that was without weights. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm not actually sure what set of weights I'm going to be using for these, so I don't think that the calf raises, the last one, are going to be very difficult. I don't really think that the 4 sets of side lunges things, I don't think that's going to be too terribly bad either, or the goblet squats. That's an interesting way to look at it, but I'm not sure about these lunges. So anyways, I'm going to go give this a shot and I will talk to you guys about it in a minute. Alrighty guys, so I am done with the exercise and I did 15 pounds, 5 pounds, 5 pounds, and 20 pounds. So the 5 pounds on the lunges, going forward lunges, were okay. I did not push myself as hard as I possibly could have in terms of like I didn't go down quite as far as I could have because yeah, when I did that last time and it ended up being like very, very painful and horrible. So I did do them, just not maybe quite as much as I could have. And I suck at side lunges. I had no idea that they were so difficult. Yeah, I'm not good at those at all. So both Anthony and I were like, how do you keep your legs straight when you're bending down on this side? And it just, yeah. Anyways, it wasn't pretty, but it got done. And then the last one, so I got my gloves. So I have my gloves on so that the metal part doesn't hurt my hands. And then they keep my wrists stable and not moving. So it seemed to work okay. But my wrist hasn't been bothering me either. And I've been taking turmeric during once a day. So I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of everything making it just perfectly fine. And maybe it wasn't going to hurt anymore anyway. I don't know. But anyway, that's it for me for today, guys. I am excited to be done with some exercise. I'm going to chill for a little while and then go to bed. And I will see you again tonight. And hopefully I will be successful tonight for doing the full 16-hour fasting. That's my goal. See you guys later.